The Washington Post suggested that Donald Trump could start a nuclear war and no one would be able to stop him. The media ran wild reporting a poll, backed by a group of never-Trump Republicans, that said nearly half the country believed Trump would use a nuclear warhead against ISIS or a foreign enemy. Liberal economist Paul Krugman was among the many who predicted Trump's election would throw the world into a permanent global recession. The Guardian columnist Jonathan Friedland said a Trump presidency would mean the end of civilization. Of course, none of these things happened, and every one of those wild predictions was made before Trump had even won the election or been sworn into office. The media's scorched earth treatment of Trump cost the country. The time they devoted to tearing down the administration was time they didn't spend reporting what the Trump White House was actually getting done. The press constantly castigated Trump as racist, but they didn't tell you that he has allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any other president in history, or that Trump secured a massive donation worth billions in AIDS medication, or that he placed $291 million in his 2020 Health and Human Services budget focused on ending the HIV epidemic by 2030. These moves would have a disproportionate impact on black Americans, who represent some 13% of the country's population but account for roughly 40% of new HIV infections. Did you know that black women-owned new businesses had the highest rate of growth of any group in the number of new firms between 2018 and 2019? The media cranked out endless listicles declaring Trump a danger to the environment, but downplayed the fact that the U.S. once again led the world in reducing carbon emissions in 2018 and 2019. Did you know that Trump authorized the largest wilderness preservation expansion in a decade? Flint, Michigan's lead-laced water was a bludgeon used by the American left to beat conservatives over the head for half a decade. The Obama-led federal government couldn't seem to solve the problem. The truth is that Trump's Environmental Protection Agency finally fixed Flint's broken water infrastructure system. There were thousands of news articles about Trump's January 2017 order temporarily barring most citizens from Iraq, Syria, Iran, Sudan, Libya, Somalia, and Yemen from entering the United States. What the media didn't tell you was that Trump's order listed the exact same 7 countries that were named in a law signed by Barack Obama in December 2015. The media dubbed Trump's order a Muslim ban, but they didn't want you to know that this so-called Muslim ban did not apply to 87% of the world's Muslim population. The anti-Trump animus among many in the mainstream media had degenerated into full-blown anti-Trump psychosis by the halfway mark of his first term. This helped set the stage for the Democrats' campaign to impeach President Trump. The genesis for impeachment, Representative Al Green, Democrat Texas, revealed in December 2019, was when the president was running for office. The media went from breathlessly doubting Trump's chances at winning the presidential election to willing and eager participants in the Democrats' crusade to overturn it. In early 2016, the Clinton campaign took over from Republican billionaire Paul Singer the funding of Fusion GPS's efforts to find anti-Trump dirt ahead of the election. Fusion GPS, the Washington, D.C.-based research firm, proceeded to hire ex-British spy Christopher Steele, who put together a dossier based on sketchy sources, including Russian sources, who claimed Trump and his campaign members colluded with Russia during the 2016 election. It also claimed that Trump had requested Russian prostitutes perform a golden shower show when he was in Moscow in 2013. Fusion GPS shopped the Democrat-funded, thinly sourced dossier around to journalists, members of Congress, and various government agencies. By late July 2016, the dossier made its way to the FBI, which launched an investigation into the Trump campaign and key staffers. Beginning in fall 2016, the FBI used the dossier to obtain 4 consecutive secret